In the heart of Europe is the city of Strasbourg, a place with loads of European charm, excellent food and wine, and a stunning cathedral. I'm Kristen from Growing Global Citizens, and today I'm showing you the best things to do in Strasbourg, France. Let's go explore. Strasbourg is located in northeastern France in the Grand Est region. The Rhine River and its various branches divide the city and create the island that the Old Town is sitting on. Strasbourg is easily accessible by air and by high-speed train from Paris and many cities in Germany. The city center is large but easily walkable, and the city is also well equipped for biking. Strasbourg's tram system will get you around quickly if you choose to stay outside of the city center, where hotels will be a bit cheaper. One of the first things you'll notice is that many of the buildings in Strasbourg resemble those in Germany. And some popular foods you'll see are sauerkraut and sausages. Plus, there's a language that isn't French or German. You're in Alsace, a region with its own identity and language. So why not start with a visit to the Musée Alsacien to learn more about the culture here? The museum is located in traditional houses from the 16th and 17th century. On display are items from daily life, unique traditional clothing, and rotating exhibitions. Strasbourg can be forgiven for having a bit of an identity crisis. For centuries, it was an independent, free republic before being incorporated into France. In fact, between the Franco-Prussian War in 1870 and the end of World War II in 1945, the city changed hands between France and what is today Germany 4 times. Learn more about the volatile history of the city at the interactive City of Strasbourg Museum. In the 15th and 16th century, Strasbourg was a hub for global change and thought. Johannes Gutenberg worked on his famous printing press in Strasbourg, and the written word took off around the world. More than a century later, the first modern newspaper was created here. This part of France is famous for its wine. Ideally, you'd take a day trip to some of the vineyards around Alsace. But if you don't have the time, then pop into Le Comptoir des Vignerons Alsaciens. It's a collective of 75 independent winemakers, and you may be able to meet them and participate in a tasting. There are lots of fun options for tours in Strasbourg. One is to take a boat tour, which is a good choice if it is raining, as it often is in this region. The tours range from 17 to 70 minutes and cover different areas of the city. A more active choice is to take a bike tour. Strasbourg is a very bikeable city because it's nice and flat, and there are nice bike lanes, so we're about to go on a bike tour, spend about 2 hours biking around the city and seeing some places that I probably wouldn't normally go and see. The Aerie Park is one place that I wouldn't have been likely to visit without a bike. It has a French-style promenade, but English-style landscaping with beautiful flowers. It is also a great place to see nesting white storks. This park was a reintroduction center for the storks when they were endangered, and now the actual birds and their image are abundant in the region. The stork is a symbol of Alsace, and you'll see these guys all over town. What Strasbourg is today is a mix of French, German, and Alsatian culture, and a symbol of European unity. Right after World War II, Strasbourg was chosen as the seat of the European District. 3 of the important European organizations that call Strasbourg home are the Court of Justice, the Council of Europe, and the European Union. Even if you aren't interested in politics or governance, a visit to this European quarter gives all the feels of hope for a united and peaceful Europe. The European Parliament is free to visit and open Monday through Saturday. Note that you need identification to visit, and opening hours may change when Parliament is in session. There are guided or self-guided tour options available in all 24 languages of the European Union. The Council of Europe is larger than the EU, with 46 member states, and it can only be visited with a group tour reserved in advance. Of all the sites in Strasbourg, the most famous may be its cathedral. Even if you are a frequent traveler to Europe, this one is impressive. Strasbourg's cathedral is so big that even at this distance, I still can't get it all in the picture. When the Strasbourg Cathedral was completed in 1439, it became the world's tallest building, beating out the pyramids of Giza. Only the North Tower spire was ever finished, though, and why the other was never completed remains a mystery. Tour guides will happily tell you their favorite legend about what prevented the second tower from being constructed. Visiting the cathedral is free, although you will need to go through a security check and may need to wait in line. Inside the cathedral, don't miss the astronomical clock. It plays at 12:30 daily, treating visitors to a performance through the different stages of life. For an €8 fee, you can climb up to the platform at the base of the spire. It's definitely worth this fee on a clear day, when you can see all the way to the Black Forest in Germany. In the 1800s, thousands of visitors scratched their names into the stone up here. It's forbidden now, but kind of cool to see proof of past tourists who also enjoyed the cathedral. That's some old graffiti. Victor Hugo described the Cathedral of Strasbourg as a gigantic and delicate marvel, and I think those are the perfect words for it. If you want to learn more about the cathedral's history, the Museum of the Oeuvre Notre Dame chronicles its construction and has some interesting stained glass pieces. The most picturesque neighborhood of the city is called Petite France. It was originally a home to fishermen and tanners who lived along the waterways. Today, Petite France is a popular tourist spot for a stroll and photos. If you want to eat at one of the restaurants by the water, you'll want to make a reservation in advance. One end of Petite France is marked by the Vauban Dam over the water. Just across from it are the ponts couverts, or covered bridges and towers that used to be part of the city's defense system. The bridges are no longer covered, but the name remains. The Palais de Rohan is across from the cathedral and is the former residence of a French royal family. It is considered a masterpiece of French Baroque architecture and now houses 3 unique museums. In the basement is the Archaeological Museum, the Museum of Decorative Arts displays elegant furniture and ceramics, and the Fine Arts Museum is in an exceptional setting. In addition to wine, Strasbourg has a thriving craft beer scene and a large student population, making it a great place for bars and nightlife. You'll find plenty of hopping places on Rue des Tonneliers, but there are many other lively areas too. Toast your trip with a brew and make plans to come back in December when Strasbourg is decked out as the capital of Christmas. À bientôt, Strasbourg!